Hi, I'm Jim with InStuffMusic.com, and today I'm here to do a demo of the Belle Epoch Tape Echo from Catalinbread. This pedal is meant to emulate the sound of an old Echoplex unit. A lot of pedals that try to model that sound just end up sounding, to me, kind of like digital delay with a little bit of flutter on it. This pedal, I find, actually does a pretty good job of getting close to what those old units sounded like. And of course, those old units are hard to find, very hard to maintain, and very expensive. So let's take a look at the controls of this pedal. And it's set up very much like an Echoplex's controls were. So you have the mix control here. If you turn that all the way to the left, you get nothing but dry signal. Coincidentally, there's my clean sound. Okay, turn it all the way to the right, and you get nothing but the echo. Somewhere in the middle, it sounds like this. That's especially useful if you have a wet-dry mix, or you're running it in a loop that runs the signal of your amp and the signal of the loop in parallel. So the echo sustain, that's the number of repeats. And if you turn this higher, you can kind of get into kind of these infinite tails. And it begins to self-oscillate and kind of feed back. You can do kind of cool things like that if you manipulate it in real time. Next is a modulation control. This adds flutter to the delayed signal. Of course, when these units were when they used tape, you got that kind of weird warbly flutter, which was kind of a cool aspect of them. If you can take it all the way off if you don't want to hear that. And if you keep it pretty low, it very accurately recreates the flutter on a tape echo. You can hear a little bit of the flutter in there now. And then you can kind of take that to an extreme. Now, if you turn the controls in the way that I have them now, you almost get this kind of chorusing effect. It's kind of neat. Okay, next is the level that the signal from your guitar would have hit the recorder that would create the echo. Hopefully I'm explaining that clearly. This really only affects the first delay, but you have to use, the first repeat, I'm sorry. So you have to use this in conjunction with the mix to kind of set the overall balance. So if you see, if I have it set in this neighborhood here, and when I turn this up, that first delay gets a lot louder, and you also get some different kind of artifacts on the echoes after that. It overdrives them a little bit. And then this final control is the delay time, and you can go from 80 milliseconds all the way up to 800. So kind of like a quick slap. You can also get that effect if you manipulate this control while the echoes are happening. Here's all the way out. You can get into that too, if that's more your speed. Now, a lot of times these Echoplexes were, the old ones were run in front of Marshalls that were cranked. And, you know, usually it's not a good idea to run your delay in front of your overdrive, but with these old tape echo units, it actually sounded pretty neat. So I'm going to try to emulate that with another Catalinbread pedal, the Dirty Little Secret, and I kind of got it set up to do a Marshall-y type thing. Let's see what it sounds like. That's the Belle Epoch tape echo from Catalinbread.